Benfica versus Boca Juniors just happened, and honestly, it might be one of the worst refereeings I've ever seen in my entire life of watching football, and I've been watching football for a long time. Look at my white hairs, you can tell. Man is old, I've seen a lot of football, and that was a terrible refereeing. But I do want to say that there is no excuses. Benfica are just bad, and I'm going to get into why I think Benfica are just bad and why I thought Boca Juniors honestly, truly didn't deserve to lose the game. They didn't deserve to lose the game, right? They definitely didn't. But the way they started playing football, I don't think they also deserve to win the game. I think Boca Juniors really got into this area where they just started playing into the referee being bad, and they were laying on the floor a lot and taking a long time for substitutions. In Portugal, we say anti-jogo. It would translate to anti-game in English, but I don't think Boca Juniors ever had to do that. I think when Boca Juniors went forward, they looked very promising. I think that them as a team was organized really well. And again, you're winning 2-0, or at that point with 2-1 in the second half. I don't think they really had to play into the referee, right? Just laying on the ground, and the goalkeeper kept dropping down to the ground. And it was a real shame, because the game was really, really good in the first half, I thought. And I think the referee just really lost control of this game. So let's talk about it, man. Let's get into the nitty gritty and talk about what we saw. First of all, I think the referee really lost it giving 5 minutes of extra time. We all know, based off the fouls, based off the players on the floor, there should have been at least 10 minutes of this game. Honestly, it was 15 minutes of people laying on the floor, if not more. I remember from the 50th minute to 60-something minute, there was barely any football played. It was awful. But let's talk about Benfica, because I'm so Benfiquista, and I grew up loving this team, right? And if there's any Benfiquistas watching this, man, I'm gonna pour my heart out to you right now. This team is not it, okay? This team is not it. This team não joga Benfica. This team is an equipa that, for me, is a problem because of Rui Costa. And I love Rui Costa. I thought Rui Costa was one of Benfica's most legendary players. I love Rui Costa. I love that he won the first presidency. But the truth is, the way he's been signing players, he's acting like me. Okay, when I go on career mode on FIFA, I bring back Di Maria, and I want to see David Luiz come back, and Renato Sanchez, and João Felix, and I want to see all these old players come back, right? Older players, Renato Sanchez, João Felix not, but like, the problem is those players are not up to it no more, right? Otamendi is okay because he's an old player, but he still plays and still does okay. But the truth is, there's players that are being benched at Benfica that are young for older players, which for Benfica, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. Benfica's got into this place, as a Benfiquista, I can openly say this, we got into this place where we care more about selling players than we do winning trophies. In the last 6 years, we've won one league, and Sporting, a team that was kind of in the mud, has rebuilt themselves and been able to go back-to-back championships because they don't lose a core player every single summer, right? Every summer, we lose a core player. We go back to the Ederson, then Ruben Diaz, and I can keep going, man. I can keep going. A list of every player they lose. Darwin Nunez and Grimaldo, and now we're going to lose Carreras most likely. Every single year, we're losing somebody, a core piece of the team. And there is no consistency. And when we go out to the market to buy a player, we're bringing back Rui Costa thinking more with his heart than his head, right? Bringing back Renato Sanchez, bringing back Di Maria, re-signing Di Maria, trying to keep Di Maria for so long. If it was up to Rui Costa, he would sign Di Maria again. And you can see that Di Maria is just not it no more. So for me, when I watch this Benfica team, I love Arsenal. I think it's amazing he could do all kinds of things. But he's too far up the field. He's not creative enough to be playing behind Pavlidis. I don't understand why we do this, right? I think there's players that, or go to the market and find a player that can play better behind Pavlidis. I would love to see Kochu higher up the field behind Pavlidis, someone that has actual creative passing in him. We have Arsenal up there who, for me, is more of a box-to-box player. He's not this player that's going to create a nice play and give Arsenal a good ball. Give Pavlidis a good ball. I hate it completely, bro. And then when we put him at the right back position later in the game, he can't even cross the ball into the box correctly. So I freaking love Arsenal. I think he does everything right, but he doesn't do everything right offensively. He does everything right for the midfield back, which is great. But going forward, you need more. All Benfica does against Boca Juniors the whole game is give it out to Paredes. Paredes does a step over, loses the ball. Give it out to Di Maria. Di Maria cuts inside. Everybody knows he's looking for the left foot. He tries a remarkable shot. Doesn't even get the remarkable shot off. Falls over. Asks the ref for a yellow card. Asks the ref for a foul. Not even a foul. Di Maria, get up. Same thing. Recycle the ball. Back to Otamendi. Otamendi gives to Renato Sanchez. Renato Sanchez with Paredes. Paredes looking for something to step over, loses the ball. We go again. It's the same exact play the entire game. And it's like, bro, there comes a point where we got to stop blaming coaches, right? Jorge Jesus got fired, and then Roger comes in, we fire him, and we fire Bruno Lage, and Bruno Lage gets fired the first time. Bruno Lage comes back, and we keep seeing this main thing at Benfica, and the main thing is that there is no style of play. There is no ideas. There is no creativeness. There is none of that. It's a player with individual play that scores, right? Think about our goals. A penalty, right? And then Otamendi wins a penalty, and then Otamendi wins a header off of a corner. Both came off of corners. There's nothing else throughout that game. The only chance I can remember was Bruma. I think he was onside when he hit the post. I can't remember another clear opportunity where I tell you, wow, Benfica should have scored there. And that's a problem. Right? You control the game for 67% possession, but you do nothing with the possession. You're cycling the ball between your center backs and your left back and right back. Yo, get that out of here, bro. Like I'd rather have less of the ball like Boca Juniors, but when you go forward, you score, right? The goal they score off the header, the second header, great goal. The one that they cook, dial down the wing, put the ball in, Otamendi gets beat, Antonio Silva is clear, nice tap in, easy goal for Boca Juniors. That was amazing. Less of the ball, but when they went forward, I thought they could score when they went forward. And then Benfica's a team that has the ball the whole game. This happens in Portugal, and they do nothing with it. Excuse me. Bruma played for 60 minutes or something. I can't even tell you one play Bruma did besides hitting the post when they called him offside. I don't even know where he was. I don't know what Di Maria was doing. I don't know what nobody was doing. Kochu and Artur on the bench, who are better players throughout the season this year, were on the bench. And I look at this and I think to myself, this is just not it. This is not it. Pavlidis has no help up top, bro. If Artur doesn't make a play, there's nothing there, bro. There's nothing up top. Benfica is not dangerous going forward. Now, do I think this was a big result for Benfica? Yeah, because it completely changes the way this group lies. Why do I say that? Boca Juniors' next game is against Bayern Munich, okay? That's a big deal. If Bayern Munich beats Boca Juniors, if they happen to beat them, this is massive because now all of a sudden Bayern goes into the last game not needing any points. They've won the group. They pretty much won it, right? They're gonna win that thing, or they're out the group. Let's say it that way. They didn't win the group, but they're out of the group because they're gonna be on 6 points. So with 10 goals, remember they scored 10 goals. So Benfica is going to play that team that suffered 10 goals. It's not even really a professional team; it's like a semi-professional team. If Benfica beats this team, which leave it up to Benfica to lose this, but if Benfica beats this team and Boca Juniors happens to drop points to Bayern Munich, now all of a sudden. Boca Juniors on 1 point, Benfica's on 3. We go into the last day with, again, Bayern Munich being on 6 points, right? Benfica just needing at this point a tie against, pretty much a tie against Bayern will see them out the group, right? So now you're Bayern's probably putting out a second team, not their strongest lineup, kind of just playing the game for a tie. They don't really need to win it. And now Benfica has this chance to kind of go get points against Bayern Munich, 1 point, and they're going to come out the group, right? That's like perfect scenario. Now, could be different. Bayern could lose to Boca Juniors. But if we're going based off what we think, then we think that Boca Juniors might end up losing to Bayern. But we also thought Boca Juniors lose to Benfica, and that didn't happen. If Boca Juniors does lose to Bayern, and Benfica wins to the team that Bayern beat 10-0, there's this opportunity for Benfica to go into the last game against Bayern without Bayern's strongest team, right? And Bayern not having that same motivation to have to win the game, right? Which is a big difference. Also, every time Benfica plays Bayern in the Champions League, they're usually not crazy blowouts. You know what I'm saying? So Benfica's usually in the game for a certain amount of time, right? So I think that Benfica got very lucky today by pulling off that tie with 10 men because they played with 10 men for a lot of the second half. That was huge for them. But at the end of the day, lads, it doesn't matter if Benfica comes with this group or not. Benfica has a problem. And Benfica's problem is they have players that they've invested a lot of money in, like Kochu, Artur wasn't a lot, but Kochu was definitely a lot. And they're not getting enough out of these players. For me, as a Benfiquista, I tell you like this, I love Florentino Luis. I love Antonio Silva. These kids came through our academy. But the truth is, it's been too many years of them, and it's not working. And it hasn't worked. We've gotten one championship in 6 years, okay? At some point, something's got to change. We got to find where the problem is, right? Is Florentino not a good enough defensive mid? right? Is Antonio Silva not a good enough center back? Is this the problem? Where are the problems, right? Because there's some consistencies, and the consistencies is Florentino in the team, Antonio Silva, and the biggest consistency is this: Benfica has built a squad for the last 3 years with one right back, right? Ba. And Ba cannot stay healthy. We know this. Every season he gets injured, right? So at the end of the day, when I talk about Ricosta, I say it like this. He signs players with his heart and not his cabeza, not with his head. Because if he was to sign with his head, you would really think that, okay, this right back position needs a backup, right? We're playing Dal there. Dal is a left back. He's on the right because we have nobody else. And Bruno Lage is too scared to play the young kid that we were playing throughout the year. Put the young kid playing, bro, and see what you have, because we need a right back. Arsenis is not our right back. Arujo is not our right back. Dal is not our right back. We need Ba and another right back. And this is my problem with Ricosta. The team is not built properly. Even when you take Di Maria out, who's the actual backup, right? Because throughout the season, he would put like Atrokuglu there or Bruma. Those are left wingers that he would put the right. So the team is just not built right. The team is not built with having a legit substitution when you take players out, and a substitution where you're not losing quality. And the problem is Benfica loses a lot of quality when they make substitutions. So for me, I hope Ricosta uses this to really get it together, bro. The presidency is in October, where they're going to be voting again, and I don't think Ricosta is going to win because they are not in a good place, bro. Benfica, you know, they just don't play ball. Right? They just don't play ball. And I know Boca Juniors did a lot for Benfica not to play ball today. But the truth is, y'all were down 2-0. Boca Juniors had you down 2-0. So before you can talk about anti-jogo and the árbitro and the referee and how they did this and how they did this, the truth is this, bro. Benfica was losing 2-0 before the ref got involved. Benfica was losing 2-0 before Boca Juniors was wasting time. Benfica was losing 2-0 before they had a clear opportunity on Boca Juniors. So the truth is Benfica only has themselves to blame, and they're lucky they left today with 1 point. Because like I said, if they can win their second game, now you go into Bayern's last game, potentially Bayern not needing points. And that, my friends, is a very, very big deal. A very, very big deal. So if Benfica could tie against Bayern and win their second game, that would be them on 5 points, seeing them out the group. So there's that to kind of look at. But Boca Juniors and Benfica both in a bad place because both of them have to face Bayern. Both of them have to face Bayern. And Bayern's a good team, right? So we'll see what happens, but it's going to be very interesting. Anyways, the Chelsea game, I didn't really watch it, lads. I just had a newborn. So I was trying to get some sleep in. When you sleep when you can. I didn't get to really watch it. I know the attendance in the stadium wasn't that good. I saw that. But I also did see that Chelsea won it 2-0. So congratulations to Chelsea. All around, this competition has been pretty cool. I wish the stadiums were more full. The atmosphere today in the Benfica Boca Juniors game was really good. But I do wish the atmospheres were better. I wish there was more fans. I say it like this, and I told my wife this, bro. Here in the United States of America, I don't care what nobody tells me, bro. The neutrals don't support football, right? If this competition was happening in Germany, in Argentina, in Brazil, in Poland, anywhere, Benfica, Boca Juniors playing each other, you would have Benfica and Boca Junior fans, but the rest would be filled out from the people that live in the country. Here in America, bro, the Boca Juniors, the Benfica fans are going. No one else is going. No one else is going, right? That none of them are going, bro. And that it looks bad. It's terrible, yo. Honestly, FIFA should probably think about the World Cup, dude. The actual World Cup, because if this is the way it's going to be, bro, like, come on, man. The only thing that you're lucky about with the actual World Cup is that fans are going to fly in from every country to support this thing and to be there for their team. But if I'm being truly honest with you, the American people, when it comes to football, when it comes to soccer, they do not show up to watch, right? Like if, for example, I can't travel right now because I have a newborn, but if in Washington, D.C., Real Madrid was playing Boca Juniors on Saturday and I had nothing to do, I would go to the game. Right? If I didn't have to watch the baby, I would go to the game and just watch the game. Not as a Madrid fan, not as a, just, you know what I'm saying? It could have been Bayern versus Chelsea, could have been anything. I would have went to just watch, but a lot of people aren't going to just watch. Anyways, I love you guys, man. That's my opinion on today's game. Congratulations to Boca Juniors. I thought they were the better team today. Ricosta, please fix my Benfica, bro, because this team is not it, bro.